Okay, good evening, my beautiful people. Now welcome. Good evening. This is a special program where we do for our special guest today. Today we interview our special guest, our very, very special guest of honor, Mr. Emeka Ike. Mr. Emeka Ike, he will be joining us very soon. And today, make una as una they get as una they join us, they see the interview, make una they follow us, share them. I seize the opportunity to welcome una. Make I start with one kind correct music. Make we take that one. Make we take that one. The rub body.
Rapport chapter 1 verse 1. Osilini. Oye kele Sunday kele. That's so it is. That's so it is.
As they see him now. Now so it be. We dey go Igbo land again today. We dey start with Sonny Bobo. This one na the ever popular old school. Make they roll out the shaker with me. On behalf of our engine room.
Hello, DJ. DJ Jossy Ladis in the house.
Yes, my brother. How you doing?
Well, thank you so very much. So, without much ado, are you ready for actor Emeka Ike?
Yes, so I'm ready for the superstar himself.
Okay, no problem. Okay, then, yes, sir, I am ready. All right. So, my battery. Yeah, sit down.
First of all, make I seize this opportunity to apologize to each and every one of you. The kind Yahweh boss yesterday, now those kind internet and social media, our special guest, he can't pay he full ground yesterday, but you know, say technology they get your own mind. So we thank God back on our make on November. Now because of that, we did this special show. And now our special VIP guest they see live there. So me, how you doing?
Omola, I greet you, Nigeria.
What thing, my brother? It's always a pleasure, my brother, to have you on board.
Thanks, and DJ.
I have to say this, my people. You see, our special guest yesterday, he tried for us well. We have to appreciate you. A lot of other celebrities go say, lie, I know they do that. No, be you. Don't be you. You they okay. I will thank you for that. So, without much ado, as we do for this our program now, the first thing we will do be say, we do introduction. I don't say your own matter don't need introduction, but I don't say we still have to do as they do, you know. So just tell them a little bit about yourself, background. A lot of people they interested in place of birth. I don't know why. Then they always the message on say place of birth. Tell us about
that is very political. And our politicians they ask that question. All these politicians, I know we'll leave man alone.
I will keep my big mouth shut.
Okay.
So just give us a big background about yourself. Growing up, the humble beginnings and how things were going step by step. Let's talk about the beginning first, then we go enter the main. Welcome,
First, I have to apologize to my fans for missing the show yesterday. Make on another verse. Now social media things, you know, and I also went out yesterday. On my way back, it was all gory, but we thank God, say last, we don't overcome the devil. My name is Emeka. I be actor, but before I became an actor, I was an engineer. Before I became an engineer, I was a Lagos boy. You know, born in Lagos to Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas Ike at Surulere. Then we lived at Ishagatedo, Isolo, you know, and where I attended primary school with Ansarudin Primary School. You know, in those days, thank God for the missionaries who helped us to attend school. And from Ansarudin Primary School, went to Ejigbo Community High School, to School of Basic Studies Agidingbi, to Igbobi College, where I did my low level and upper level, upper 6, lower 6 and upper 6. Then from there, I went to Yaba Tech, where I did my ordinary national diploma in mechanical engineering. Then I also furthered to do my higher national diploma in mechanical engineering before I came into the process. We are still counting.
Yeah, thank God, my brother. So, share this acting thing. Share now something where you plan to do from day one. Maybe where you maybe say you don't see some people there, you can't say, nah, acting this one they do. Mama, I feel I pass them. And your mama go say, I beg BF, go to school. Now school I said you to go. How did they fall in love with acting? How did thing context that?
When we started, acting was not juicy like it is now. When we started, you can't kiss in acting. You can't hug. When we started, you're not paid money to be an actor. So it was something we did out of joblessness. You know, we came out of school, no job. You have your certificate, you have your higher national diploma in engineering. You can't work with any oil company because they need to know who send or recommend letters for you and all that. But in the process, we went back to the street and we saw this opportunity. Now, so when we cashed in on it earlier, it wasn't like there was anything exciting about acting. It wasn't so much. It wasn't much exciting. We were the Jews. We brought the excitement into the acting world because then we had Baba Suwe, Baba Salah. Yes, Baba Salah was doing well with the cinemas, but we had just a few of comedy and then some soap operas on TV, but movies were not made then. So when we came in, we started injecting the movies we have seen in the past into our own new opportunity. And that's how we started acting. And then they say kiss, we kissed. People started telling my mother, hey, Elder Deaconess Ike, I also kiss your picking the kiss for TV. You know, religion sometimes could be scandalous. Some want to use it to, you know, massage their jealousy and bitterness, you know. So I will show you a picture of the gift my father gave to the world before he died. Assemblies of God Church on Metro Road, Risilaguda Close, is Solo, was a gift my father gave. A part of his land, he gave it out to the work of God. You understand me? So in the process, those who come cashing now, we won't see how they come become the king committee, come they count the offering, became a bit political. My father don't like wahala, he didn't know all those things. So they're always telling him, hey, your son is now kissing girls on TV. He's now representing Jesus well. My parents started crying. My sister called me one day, Chidima. Said, Emeka, stop this thing. You're disgracing the family. You're disgracing. I said, what is disgrace? Oh, Bonkaka. You know, so that was how it was. You know, gradually I had to go sit with my mother. I told her, I said, Mom, allow this process. This is a job I'm doing. This has nothing to do with my faith in God. And she understood me. Same thing I told Chioma Chukwuka's father and mother. The day they told me to go and beg them to release Chioma Chukwuka to become the star she is today. I'm telling her, Now me go beg because they couldn't let her play the role. They said, we are Christians, so we don't do all those things. So no. You can just go. We don't just. And the guy has won a big role to play one of my biggest movies. These guys, they needed somebody who was a bit naive, who looks a bit savage, a bit like an innocent girl, so they can just, let her play the role. But the father and mother refused. So when I came on set, second day we're not shooting. What's going on? They say, Mama Chukuka and Papa Chukuka no grio. You must go with us. I sat down and I spoke to them. I told them, you see this church near Winnie's? Assemblies of God Church near Winnie's? My parents are part of the founders. Where we live in Isolo, a part of our land was cut off for church. So I know what you're talking about. But maybe this is the way God wants to bless your family. Had I finished that talk, I think the father caught the, sharp man. Like wedding, just say, Emeka, I take her. Don't worry, just go with her. Go with her. Just go with her. We believe you just go with her. You be like marriage. But however, today she is celebrated. Today she's somebody, and she's also doing those things I said to the parents that she could be a blessing. I'm sure by now she has built them a house because she knows where we met them that year. Same thing here. So it wasn't juicy and rosy when we started. It was much more of clowns. Some of you our actor. But when we started doing the right thing, and we started shooting Nigerian stories the way they are, we started telling our stories because we have a story to tell us of people. Hollywood tells their stories, the American story. Now, Bollywood tells the Indian story. That's it. So we as Nigerians, we started telling our stories by minute per second. You see, that time the movies were coming like crazy. This one come part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Hey, blood. Hey, now wow, this one not this one no. We took over the airway. So it wasn't juicy when we started, but I thank God that I was among those that triggered a professional industry.
Thank you very much, my brother. You do well. As we always do, make I hear some people where they hail now. Alex Okudi, they hail now. DJ and the Pro, they hail now well. Akinjide Ajishafe, they hail now. Dipo Oronti, Raymond Modi, Raymond Modi, DJ Afrik, they hail you. Adenika Ilemubade. He said, make we speak pidgin, I beg. That speaking you they speak here. No mind now. Princess Adeleke, Rebecca Minali, our West Indian princess that is always watching us. Thank you very much. We are all grateful. Now, at what stage, my brother, you can't say, at what stage you can't know, say, this thing, it go demonetized. Say, as you talked before, well, we understand this thing now, partly because of the way the country day, and also because of the way say person no get choice. But you go get one time where you go reach, you go talk, say, oh boy, this thing go pay money. Which time was it a particular movie where you do? Now you can't give returns. Where you can't talk say this thing go pay me. Which time you can't which time the turning point?
From the onset, it was just like having fun or playing in the rain. Like Eretagi, running around like kids and all that. We just saw it like having fun. Me, I was not even thinking I was doing anything. I've done 2 movies, 3 movies, 5 movies, 10 movies, 15 movies, 20 movies. I didn't even know what I was still doing. It was like I was just making the movies. I was excited. We weren't thinking the money. And then the money was coming gradually. They give us free hotel, free bed, free everything, So all those ones, they service us. So we don't worry about their money. at that point until this. Sorry, 1 minute. One director that I work for, Ndubisioko, late Ndubisioko, of great memories, may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
I didn't know I was supposed to be an A-list at that point, but I was just in the crowd, but I was identified. Then they gave me a role to play. It was called Jealousy, where I played Bonanza, the Okada driver. Okay, Bonanza. So I wasn't serious. I was just acting the role like, okay, let's go and play again. Let's go and play again. The guy just called me. He said, short, cut, everybody. Just hang on. Took me outside. Then this guy started crying for me.
Why?
So what is the problem? I said, problem, why are you crying? He said, you don't know who you have become. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You don't, man. He told me about Shakespeare. Me, I didn't read Shakespeare. I read engineering mechanical. He says, Shakespeare said, man, know yourself. Oh, he was crying. And then that really shocked me. He was serious. He was talking to me in tears. He said, you are the best as it is, as it were now. He called the names of my colleagues. Said, no, forget it. You don't know what you have. Sometimes we don't know really who we are. So it was that tears. As he was crying, I was begging him. I said, I'm sorry. Please, sir, forgive me. I'm sorry. Say, you're not serious. You're not a serious person. You need to understand. Take this to the... He was counseling me in tears and crying. So after he finished that moment with me, I was shocked. I went back to a recluse. Then I started thinking to myself that, okay, so I need to understand myself now. I need to be well behaved. I need to...
Okay, good. No problem.
Call is coming in.
No. Oh, sorry. We're talking.
I need to repackage myself. I need to be who I really want to be. And then I started becoming separated from the crowd that was around me then. I started going solo. At that time, I began to discover myself. All the roles they were giving me, I was eating it with maturity and dexterity. And from there, I don't become number one. If you don't use the Emeka Eke one time, there was a time they were saying in the market, they were calling me Ogwego. They were calling me, some marketers were calling me Ogwego. Ogwego means waiting money juju. Because when they released my movies, in the first week, container loads of jackets have left Nigeria to Tanzania, to Ghana, to Cameroon, all over, was just going. And if you make a mistake and release any artists, the week they release Emeka Ike's movie, that artist will go back to zero because the producer will lose his money. He will lose his money because people are coming from all the way from all over Africa to buy our products. And it was mine that was numero uno then. So, any market, if you release anybody's movie at that same week, if I'm selling 1 million jackets, the person will sell like 5,000, 2,000, because they just take a jacket of his film, a jacket of the other person's jacket, and they pack the container loads of mine, like, you know, like an export product. So at that point, we're already becoming what we really wanted to be. Then that was how I started negotiating tough no, I can't act in this movie. No, I'm traveling to America. No, I won't go. I get program for America and I lie. Packaging. And so the money they rise. Before you know it, I can't take 250. God forbid. You must pay 400. Where won't get that from? Me when no son at the big hotel. I won't tell you. I'll just tell you. I say, sorry. Forget the film. I have other jobs to do. And that's how he pay 400. Another, that was the beginning, the way back. Then from there, another one will enter. Boom. I said, I can't take 400. I have about 10 scripts. So one is paying 5, one is paying 6, one is paying 7. So I can't go down, definitely. So you have to come up. I was going up till I got to 1.8 million per movie.
That's straight up.
I remember making a movie in Ghana with Nadia Buhari for $20,000. Just one movie. So that was when Nollywood was becoming monetized.
Yes.
Now people ask me, why are you fighting this new Nollywood? Why are you fighting? I said, listen, we already created a market. Maybe because they weren't the one making money that time. That's why they hated me. I said, we already have a franchise. We have a marketplace. We not just discover market for Africa, close them down immediately. We need to, improve and take it to the next level. At that point, some other stars they're coming up and all that, then Bad Belle, everything. Now your best friends go the first Bad Belle, even the ones where you have. The ones they come meet me say, bros, I say they refuse rules. I beg, if they call your name, I won't call their names. They know themselves. I say if they call your name, I beg, bros, just the ones you can't take, just call us. But myself, I'll tell them, I say, come on. I'm not taking less than $1 million in this movie. They say, less than $1 million. You can't take 500. I say, since how many years ago? You won't take me back? I go and call Desmond now. No, we saw those people before. You go and call Mike Israel. Go and call Nonso DOP. Go and call them. This same 1 million now. You pay like this. From there, you pay costumier, you pay props, you pay location. This one don't shoot film for you. Forget me, because I knew they came to spoil my market. Because the moment they're able to get it for a cheaper price, they'll go back to the market and tell them, Emeka, don't they collect 600, don't they collect 100? Then your market will start coming down. I heard that gist before somewhere, so I will not come down. But when a lot of your boys came in now, I never knew that Nigerians are full of overtaking things. I didn't know all these kind of pastors and overtaking prayers they used to take. God punish us to overtaking things. Overtaking. You don't understand. Instead of you to come and take your own, you're coming to overtake. I know block you from coming. I help you to enter. Now how you come begin make sure say I'm not sure again, come be your own desire. So that became where so much bad belly, come in, wickedness, annoyance. People don't they do juju for the matter. Oh. Like play. People don't they go serve gods for the matter. But we didn't do anything. We're just having fun. We're just okay. I just do my prayers in the morning. Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity. And I'll run out to do my thing and come home. I didn't know some people were already sleeping inside grave for 7 days. Some people don't they go see Baba to drop some things on their head to come and act. I didn't know. One of the actresses, let me expose her. She know herself. She kissed me like this. They say kiss, action. Action. She kissed me. Okay, it was a love scene, but we're doing it in a garden outside. So you don't expect that level of kissing. This girl ate my mouth. I was like, hey, this is montage now. But it was supposed to be garden montage. I was still struggling with myself when the director said, cut.
You know, as I said, I will send and come.
Wait, now I never hear story. I was still struggling to no, I'm a married man. Which kind of kiss is this? And I'm a pastor picking. Now we know they do. I'm reach this level, but the level was she hold my mouth to. She hold my mouth like this. The next thing they say cut. For my face there, they tell me, oh, they are finished. They are finished. They are finished. They are finished. My enemies are finished. My enemies are finished. Ah, their own don't meet them. Their own don't meet them. And she was still in my face saying it. I was listening to her like, who is finished? She got herself. She took off. That was when I knew that people have started doing evil things for what we got for nothing from God. They started going to sought devil for it. That's why the industry today has so much wickedness. It's just like the Nigerian. My industry now is like the Nigerian situation, where you have oil, you have gold, you have platinum, you have everything that the world doesn't have. When you say Mother Africa is Nigeria. Africa is Nigeria. Nigeria alone is bigger than the whole West Africa.
That's right.
As if you put the whole West Africa together, they no reach Nigerian in anything. But we are still the poverty capital because of wickedness. Too much greed. Too much, I want it more than the other man. Too much, he must not have it. She must not have it. Now me go have them. That's where we find ourselves today. And that's where the industry is today. That's where the industry is today. This one will come. He wants to do a film better than your own. Not that because you want to tell a story. Tell a story. No, I want to do it better than this person. It's not the way it works. So that was the loom that industry jammed eventually. That was the doom. So Nadia will find herself, my brother. Nadia we did now.
Now those of us who no day inside the system, we don't know what they go on. No be small
Inside
thing,
life.
my brother.
Now inside life, I tell you, so inside life.
Inside life. So
inside life.
Really inside life. So as the thing they go now, definitely you be one of the pillars and the backbone of Nollywood industry. And our Nollywood industry is officially, in my own personal opinion, now it be the second biggest film industry. But internationally, then they like to refer to our Nollywood as the third largest movie industry. But how does it feel, my brother, to be a backbone and one of the pillars, the founding pillars of the third largest or second largest movie industry in the world?
Yeah, I feel honored. I feel great. I feel I've given a legacy to my nation. I feel that I'm one of those that by now should be having MON. But I can tell you, people like us don't get MON. People like us can't even, we don't qualify to get PA, assistant for any governor, talk less of president. With all what we have injected, with the idea we brought in to package young people and bring them out and give them a lifeline that government Nigeria couldn't give them. No be our type, then they find. You understand? So it's becoming a curse in disguise. Because when you're in if you are in an environment where justice doesn't reign, the better you become, the more enemy you become to the system. And that is why people like this guy that owns Heathrow Airport, that Nigerian guy, Ogulesi,
Dr.
yes.
Ogulesi. Yeah.
He can never be a governor in Nigeria. He can never take any office in Nigeria. He can never be given.
He even did too big for that, because now
consultant even to American government.
So you can imagine the guy na consultant to American government. So that is another one of our talents that we are losing.
We don't want that type of person for Nigeria. We don't want does he want to come and do Nigeria. He doesn't understand the process. He's not experienced. That's what they will tell you. And now I begin to ask, what is that experience? What is the experience?
Yes,
how to change figures and balance accounts. That's the experience. So men of dexterity, men of integrity, men of reputation don't deserve to do anything for the system back there. But only men that can play the politics, that can play the game. That's how it works. So that's the same thing working in the industry we are today. So many people, and one of the worst problems we had in that industry are press men. The press men in Nigeria wrote down this industry. They know all the informations to kill the industry. Today, if you look at most of the people handling the offices in our industry are press men. Because we were busy shooting, Genevieve was busy acting, Emeka, Ramsey, we just turning out the thing. They were writing about us, and they wrote themselves to power. So it's a place where it is the opportunity cost. Survival of the fittest, rejection of the unfit. So if they win, they win. So we need to rewrite the narratives of Nigeria. Honestly, it's painful because for Nigeria to become great again, it's paining me that I can hear people like Donald Trump saying that they might recolonize Nigeria. Now, that is not a joke. I think they're already warming up for recolonization of Africans. Now, let me tell you something, DJ. It was Africans that gave out fellow Africans for slave trade that year.
Yes.
There were royal highnesses, there were kings, there were opinion leaders that supported the enslavement of our Nigerian youth and sending them abroad to go and work in the plantation. That is about to happen again.
It's happening already, my brother. People will put our trust in people that are supposed to be looking after us. It is very shameful. Let me quickly, because quite a few people, they don't the halo. Bond, my darling sister, good evening. How you day? Loretta Boyo, my sister, I hail you. Stella Meg, I hail you. Vimbai Nekati, all the way, our Zimbabwean princess, we hail you. Willie Alfred Adeboye, Polo Paul, Sam Balogun, Sami Baba, Ajo Fowota de 2x2, we dey hail you. Ogboifi, Patrick Osewa, my brother, Olufunsho, I hail you. Adeyinka Ogujobi, my auntie, Winifred Okogba, I hail you well. And my sister Budbus say, I say hello to the actor in a film of ours. I like your movies a lot. Thank you very much, our people. Now, please tell me something about, give me 3 actors or actresses that you don't work with. You don't work with a lot, but give me 3 that stand out for you and briefly describe your experiences with them, my brother.
That did what?
3 actors or actresses that stand out of all the actors and actresses that you've acted with. 3 of them that really stand out for whatever unique reason, and share that experience with them, the reason why they stand out for you.
Yeah, I'll say Genevieve is outstanding. She fits into every role. She's natural. She's that brown skin girl. She doesn't bleach. And she's herself, and that's okay. Has given her the steady push, so she's outstanding. I would say, I don't like to call actors name, honestly, not just. Let me just say, okay, let me call the old people, because if they call these young people name now. People like that. Let me call the dead ones Sam Loco. Yeah, so let's do it like that. I want you, they are straightforward. They come, they deliver their roles with superiority, and then you are happy to work with them for who they are. But all these our young actors, we done.
Sure.
Sure for all.
So what make those people stand out for now?
Some local, that man, I don't understand his acting. He goes beyond the scripts. When you give some local a script, he internalizes and indigenizes it. So you see the locality of him, the real him, he situates the role where it should be, in the village or in the city. So those ones, when you're working with them, you're learning, you know. And when he did that, my first movie, when he said, Emeka, he said, I came one, Emego. So me, I was like, what's this man doing? It was, you know, but he started introducing some things different from just taking lines. He's the character. So he can as well say,
it is spice up.
You don't understand. So these are men. Now, people like Peter Doce, they have a knowledge of English. He's been a broadcaster. He's balanced in his approach, and he balances his roles with the societal norms. He knows he's acting in Nollywood, in Nigeria, in Africa. Now, why Bollywood is Bollywood today is because they are always being the Indians they are.
Yeah.
No kissing. We have to dance. We have to dance in the garden. We have to dance. We have to do our thing our way. You know, that is the Indians. The Americans, I mean, what you know them for is the motherfucking thing they do. Hey, fucking nigga, fuck the shit. And they just do it the way they are. You know, it has to be a cultural thing. You're actually selling your culture. It's a cultural exchange. Because people want to know, oh, these people making the movie, who are they? How are they? What do they call God? Oh, Chineke, Igwe, Olong, you know, gradually they have to get used to, like, I'm married to a South African woman right now. And she can't cook without saying Pomo. And I'm like, okay, Pomo is a Nigerian language, Yoruba, for crying out loud. You live in Germany here. You see, he said, I'll go and get Pomo. I'm like, okay. These are things we're able to sell from our culture. And the world is beginning to like, they don't used to eat animal skin in those days. In Europe and everywhere, some things you use for leathers and throw them away. But we've taught the world to eat animal skin and they enjoy the spice. You understand me? So yes, it's a cultural thing. People want to know the way you think, the way you people associate in your area, your lingua franca, everything they want to know. And that's why you can see a white man trying to speak broken like you. You want to imagine how many white women speak broken right now. And everywhere you go, they want to meet Emeka, they want to meet Ramsino, they want to meet Fatata, they want to meet Nigerian actors because we have sold the culture. So when you lose that content, that cultural content, and you try to be an American in your field, you have failed already. But when you are able to sell your story with your culture, with your dialect, not with one phonetics accented stuff. Now you be this, now which now the top this, now which now what, you know. So that is what gave Nollywood the flavor that it is, that it has today. And I wish we had continued. And that's why those people were able to sell, I mean, distinguish themselves from others. Some local Peter Doce, Tony Monago, Tony Monago, some people who are able to tell the stories, Patience Ozoku, they're able to tell the stories from a perspective of an African lady, from a perspective of an African princess, from a perspective of an African. And that's why they started appreciating Africans. Mind you, there was a time that Nigeria had, the value we had was only 419 value. Then when we started acting, if you want to travel and you're carrying the passport, my God, you're treated like, oh my God, you're a fraudulent person. But I think that narrative was changed by the coming of the movie industry, by, enacting and reenacting our culture to the world. This is who we are. We don't live on trees. We have mansions. We have big. We drive the best of cars. Any car you make in Europe comes to Africa first.
Come to Nigeria.
Come to Nigeria, number one. If you're making, before 3 people drove, I was the third person that drove Touareg when it came out.
Nice one.
You understand me? Before you start using it all over Europe, Nigerians don't come pick up, take and go. So, but we were kept in the doldrum. We were kept docile by this CNN. They only tell stories of Mushin, they tell stories of Ajegunle, they tell stories of Okeafa.
You're right.
They never told stories of Ikoyi. They never told stories of Abuja.
Lucky.
They never told stories of Lekki. We are beginning to tell the stories, our stories now.
Absolutely.
That's why the world is beginning to appreciate us for who we are.
Thank you very much, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's Emeka Ike, a veteran actor, Nollywood superstar. We all know him very well. I'll just hail some people very quickly before we go on, as I usually do. Honorable RMD is watching. Honorable RMD, thank you very much for watching.
Is it the RMD I know? Please wait.
Yes.
Is it the RMD I know or another RMD?
Well, it should be the RMD, you know.
Now my boss, if they call like that, just call her like that. You know,
you know the years and they shout honorable. I shout honorable.
No, my boss as well too. Wait, now my boss will be honorable RMD.
But maybe say boss, if you no carry us along, go. No carry us along for honorable things. So we know they open door for us, but we just respect them for what you do for the industry. Baba, we greet you.
Arushokolu is watching. Ladapo Esho is watching as well. We thank all of you. Duni Shonde, my darling sister, is watching. Abiodun, Ayelemi, they are all watching as well. Now, as you just said, and I'm quite impressed with what you talk. Say the industry where we dey right now. The industry where we dey right now, we don't become pace setters for other African countries, because if you see what they go on now, other African countries now don't they do their own movies, they don't they talk in their own languages as well. They don't they put their names on the global map. How does it feel to be one of the pioneers of the industry? And I know that you don't work with other actors and actresses across West African region. But have you done, and I know you have, anything international, as in intercontinental? Have you worked with European actors and American actors and actresses? And if you have, can you name some of them and what persuaded you to act with them?
Yeah, I worked with Jimmy John Louis. We went to Salt Lake City, the Sundance together. Okay. I worked with Kazim Kai. I've gone to make a movie somewhere in the US and I met Nick Cannon. And I remember in one of the shows at Salt Lake City, PDD gave me my own bottle of champagne when I was introduced. Emeka, Nigerian superstar, blah, blah, blah. In the Black Nights at the Sundance Film Festival. You know, he gave me my own champagne. I've done. I played Okocha in a movie that I don't know what happened to the movie, but it was done in Hollywood. Everything was just perfect. But I think politics. I don't know what politics killed that movie. Maybe producer and executive producer has issue, but it was. I was expecting too much from it. I worked with Gilberto Montoya. I worked with some Hollywood star. Nick Page was the cameraman. Okay, and I worked with so many big stars. Then some female stars, you know, from Hollywood. Then I've also done some movies in the UK with some. I can't remember all their names now, but I know I've done like 2 or 3 foreign movies that's not Nollywood films, but Hollywood films, you know, that were supposed to come out. But maybe politics, funding, it couldn't come out. But I know one day that movie of Ukocha will come out. Will be out there.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. A few people again, because this is really because the capital. Right, Rose David is watching us. Ade Sawyer. Hey, Ade Corporate. I see you. And Jossy in the Onwere. All of them, they say hello, then they greet on our well. Now, to our young ones now, my dear brother, to our young ones now, what will be the advice where you will give our young ones we want to take up acting as a profession? Because some of them go see actors, then they see as they do, then they see, then they think say money as they waka, money they fall like rain. So a lot of people won't enter the industry because of money. They don't know say there a lot of work where they do in the background before you attain this age. For instance, script, you have to study your script. Despite on a busy schedule, you still find time to make sure you perfect your script. So our guys and our boys and girls, our youths, we want go into acting. Which kind of advice you can give them alongside their parents? With parents when they say, "Oh, my son and my daughter no go study acting." Now you hear that they do there. I want my daughter to be a doctor or a nurse. Which advice you will give them, my brother?
Before I give the advice, let me also add one name to the people that one of my role models in the industry. Honorable RMD, then he was just RMD. RMD is super classy. He's one guy you want to copy from.
Yes, sir.
You know, he has that city style, you know.
Yes.
So he's somebody that most of us, the young boys, young men, we look up to.
Yeah, he's obeying.
He's obeying, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing again is that the young ones, they shouldn't come in trying to be like me. If you notice, I don't act like brother Uncle RMD, but I have a bit of his technicalities in my brain. See, now you copy maybe deliverance, maybe the interpretation and internalization, but you might not copy the actions. Like I know he was always saying, "Yeah, you want to come here." I don't use that one at all. All those parts, I even pass now off with that one. You understand me? But if you are young and coming, you should try very much to be yourself.
The original.
Be very original.
So
the story is weaved around your person. For them to have called you, it's you.
Characterization.
So you need to give it that character that you will interpret it with, as if you are the role, if you are the person in the character. So if you try to be Ramsey, no, in that role, if you try to be Emeka in that role,
what is she?
If you try to be
What
in that zero, forget your practice. So try to be you. Try to be that character that the script portrays, and that was given the script. So you are the character. Then you have to use the you.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Naira Marley today. Inside life. Before, you know,
Oh my God.
in the days of Barista. Barista. In those days, we don't like that music.
Baba Jossy, do you see that Emeka is on fire?
Yes, no. Emeka is spitting. Is spitting fire today. Fire they go.
Nobody. Now God, only God. Now Barista could not get to where Olumide has gotten today.
Yes, money wise.
Yes.
Do you understand me? So Olumide is himself still doing the Apalate, the barrier, the Fuji thing in his own way, and all thing clear market.
Yes,
so if you try to be Barista, if Olumide tries to be Barista, Omura lost then Olamide, sorry, Omura is on fire saying. If Naira Marley tried to be Fela, on fire saying.
Big
but
time.
You need to be your unique style. You know, and that's what they want to taste. They want to have a piece of your uniqueness.
Your flavor.
And that's what sells. That is your market.
Yes.
Okay? Don't try to be Choma Chuka, don't try to be Genevieve, but just pick all these things together, build yourself, and then be that person. Then also pray to God. Don't join them to go to Juju house. Don't envy anybody. When you envy somebody, the last preaching I had is that when there is a blessing, God is blessing someone in your environment around you, and you're angry. You are sending away the blessing because the angel of blessing has come to your adubo. Is in your adubo. So if you anyone, boya odo no more next, maybe it's coming to your.
Are you got the front face?
Hold on, jealousy. Hold on, jealousy. The fox Emeka.
Yes.
Hold on, frown face.
Hold on, frown face. Baba Jossy, God bless you, sir.
Hold on, Changa, right?
So, what about our parents? What are you going to advise them to give their parents? Like, for instance, in your days, our parents were even stricter. All the axes you mentioned, like when you were born, where you were raised, and all that, those were all my axes. But your parents allowed you, and look at what you've turned to today.
They didn't allow me.
But one way or the other, by fire, by force, eventually they let go.
Our parents have to also play a role, because it's easy. There's a narrative going around now in Nigeria that I'm not part of. You don't need to be educated to be a rich man. Forget it. This person was not educated and he's very rich. Most of the rich people today are not educated. That is 1 out of 200. And those people might not tell you what they did to become wealthy. Now, the Instagram is changing the narrative for Nigerian youths. When you start hearing some rabble rousers, people never put anything in their brain coming to lecture us. Most of our Nigerian girls are selling herbs. They have become herbal sellers on Instagram now. I saw one cartoon. The man said, the girl said, "Mommy, I have this cream. It will change your skin. It will make it to shine like my own." The woman said, "Hey, why will you be Chief Emeka?"
I remember that one. I remember that one.
You always say WAEC. He said, "I said, no, you pay WAEC." Yes, man. Wow. You say chemistry, but you say yeah.
I remember that one.
Okay, you want to send me? Come and get out of here. We have a lot of half-baked ideas all over the country now. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It is not going to take us anywhere. The government are better address this issue properly. The monies we are putting into National Assembly to buy them cars, I hear they are not releasing the 110 billion naira to invest in whatever. I'm begging the government to please release that money. We need to get our kids educated and properly educated.
Yes, sir.
That's the kid that wrote me recently. He says, I'm the one that you told not to act last time. I wanted to act. I said, I never told anybody like that to don't come. I said, no, sir, you told me and I stopped acting. I said, I won't act. I said, why? Maybe you are a child and you haven't finished your school. Say, yes. I said, that's what I tell them. When you tell me you have not finished your secondary school, but I have passion for, I say, hey, pause it. Stop. Passion Guinea. Oh, look, passion. I was an engineer before I became the passion. You want to leave a BD. Then when you get somewhere you're stuck, you can't go beyond that point. Then you start making noise and start saying, okay, maybe I can sleep with this person, I can sleep with this, I can do this. Then you start using other uncanny approach to power yourself. But if you are elated, if you're educated, you're already flying. Nobody can stop me. Even if I not act movie today. Now me did Germany now. I got my orphan tax. I will start my film making here for Germany here. When I start the film making, I can't go Nigeria, join it, log it. I have my ideas where we are going.
Yes, sir.
The one we've done in Nollywood is there, but now I want to change the system. In Nollywood now in Africa, in Nigeria, there's so much parapor things. Let's come together, two of us. I don't want to parapor with any. You guys can keep doing your parapor. They know me. They say I'm stubborn. Okay, fine. So I'm more sure. I'm more sure of yourself. You understand? I know who I am. My mates are engineers in Chevron. I have friends who are contested who are senators. I have friends who are big commissioners, who are big men. At Georgia, they school me with the now. So my job will always have that decency of purpose, knowing where I came from, knowing the people I schooled with. And we still have a forum, engineering students of Yabatech. When we start arguing here about Trump and Biden, you will see intellectuals. I'll start arguing Nigerian issues. You see serious cerebral issues. These are intellectuals. We are not talking about actors now. I'm not talking about my acting colleagues, my engineering colleagues. On a cerebral level. So you need to have a distraction from just acting. If you think you have come to this world, so I've come to this world to act. All my life is acting. I say, oh, so they need to first get the first thing right, and their parents must insist that they at least finish their secondary, get into the university. In the process while you're in university, you can start coming around. We'll be helping you, but don't abandon your academy and run into Instagram and start selling herbs. You are selling herbs. Look what happened. All of them are spiritualists. All of our youth, our girls, they are selling everything.
Okay, oh, brother, right. Auntie Wilfred Okoba, she says something. She said, "Now good talk, you dey talk, my brother." She said it is always good to be oneself all the time, and she hails you and she refers to you as her dear brother. So our people, a lot of them they hello and a lot of them they greet. Now, Emeka, you don't attain that level now. You don't reach that level. What is the next level? Take us to the next level, my brother. Wetin make we dey expect from una? And I know very well the way you dey do your things methodically. You don't shift to Germany for a particular purpose. So give us an insight into the next level.
Well, I saw a lot of competition in Nollywood, a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting, a lot of cohesions to fight, to war, to unnecessary things. And I decided to tell them, okay, I don't need cohesion. By myself, I will strike it down. We built Nollywood.
That's a fact.
Nollywood was in soap opera in those days when Uncle Richard them were doing checkmates.
Checkmate, yeah.
Then we came into Mega Fortune. Then Then we now brought it to
home videos.
Then we brought it to home video. From soap opera, we brought it to the home video.
Yes.
And that home video today is what they are killing themselves over now, right now. Oh, I want to be president of this. Oh, I want to be this. It will never be this. I'm tired of all those things. I want to tell a story. And very soon, maybe in another 1 year, 2 years, myself with my German community here and the Nigerian community back home, we'll work out things. We'll work out things and we'll have something more tenable that can stand on its own. Like Nollywood stood for itself. I want to see if we can recreate something that is not, it's not just normal. I'm shooting a celluloid film. I'm shooting a film for red carpet. We want to no. It's overflogged. In fact, our Nollywood films then was selling more than their red carpets. Yes, I was known all over the world. Red carpet. How many people know you for the world? No be Lekki, they know you. Lekki and Gwarimpa and Maitama. They don't know you in my village. They don't know you in the villages. So we need to really break down Nollywood and take it back. And I'm happy my boss is there listening to me. We need to break it down and take it back, domicile it to the village. Let everybody be a part of it. We gave jobs to the whole Africa. Today you see everybody carrying video and making a short film. We started this whole thing. So it is a kudos to those of us that took our time then to get involved in doing what we do today. So we need to keep this narrative ongoing. We should leave the bickering. We should leave the competition. The competition is too much in Nollywood. You understand me? So I want to tell a story. That's why I try to break out. I don't want to give out my A's because copycat too much. I lie. Before you know it, all of them are coming to jam me. Before you know it, before you know it, everybody's jamming now. Where is Emeka? The bros, where is it?
Our magnet.
So that is one I contested in for the Federal House of Rep for my constituency. Actually, I won that election. I ran against people like the Minister of Education now, Emeka. We contested together. And he can tell you what he told me when he saw me in flight. He said, Emeka, we don't underestimate you. Wait till you take our IC. If not be saying that me, wait till you take our IC. So that was a test running. We'll have to go back like this NSAS thing. Every youth needs to go and get a PVC.
Yes.
Let's stop this.
Yes.
Social media voting, big brother voting.
Yes.
And when it's time for election,
yes.
Go and sit down and start saying, you are the most illiterate.
Yes.
If we can all get our PVCs,
yes,
and get ourselves into power.
Yes, sir.
Forget it. Nigeria will be what we want it to be. We're not going to beg or not be any back.
Yeah,
I have my PVC.
Yeah.
I have been into politics. I've served some politicians that have betrayed me. I wouldn't call his name. We can say it, God will punish you. You know God will punish you. Punish you. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ yà fún ọkọ̀ ṣe fún mi. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ yà. When I see in public, I will embarrass you.
Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ yà.
Ó mọ̀ pé mi kan mo ya wèrè.
Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ yà. Àfẹ́ porúkọ ẹ̀, but Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ yà. Ó máa jẹ́ yà. Dí ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ orúkọ ẹ̀, ó máa jẹ́ yà. Àfẹ́ ó máa jẹ́ yà. Ìyà ń bọ̀ fún ẹ.
When you refuse to carry people along and you use them, and we know you for something, we think you are somebody that carries people along. And when we come, you just use us. Hey, your Marco come, use us, you run away. Or Joko, Tietma, Beho, that Timba on one by one. Timba on one by one. Amako Jai, Enkodele, Tuluanile, Atia Kure. So, I told them, I will be Ruku, you want model Jossy, want to vote a lower forget to wear Taba meeting Guru, Oma Saoli. Because we are real boys in the streets. So we have to bring everything back to the street, to the fore. There are so many young men that has a lot to give, but they don't have the tenacity to come out and be what they are supposed to be to the society they belong. There's so many things we can give to our society, but because we are playing Shylock, we are just being Shylock, and we're just being a bit unfocused. So I want Nigerian youth to get ready for 2023. If you know you are sure of yourself like me and Banky W, Marble, let's face it. So we can change the narrative. So these are the two things I have in pipeline. And that's what it is for now.
Thank you, my brother. So Sylvia Vanessa Ofueli Ibe, she's watching you and she's waving at you. Well done. Thank you, my sister. With the lot of honor. What legacy you go want leave behind? I know, say, by the grace of God, go still live plenty decades for this world. And you go still achieve plenty things. But already, as you are now, you be role model, you don't achieve a lot. But eventually, by the grace of God, when time comes, waiting, you want make people remember you. Say, this is not the legacy where I want to leave behind. Where they say, everybody where they remember Emeka Ike, or they talk, say, oh boy, that this thing I remember the man for, sorry.
Yeah, I want to be remembered for my kind-heartedness, for my ability to carry young people along, for my ability to change people's lives. I open my phone sometimes and I read, oh, sir, God will bless you. I'm a footballer in this team in Europe now. Remember when you gave my father house rent? Honestly, I don't remember. We were thrown out and you paid our bill. I don't remember, honestly. Oh, sir, I was in your secondary school. You told me I was going to be a star. Today, I am shining and I know I am going to shine more. Sir, I remember how you came and you gave me money to rent a store. And from there, I've been able to rent a house. Such things. If you're not rich, you're not anything until you are able to change your life. Yes. No matter the car you drive,
when you impact,
you go to Dubai 1 million years, you don't change anybody's life. If they give people 20,000, they carry camera, they show that they give 10,000. You are a disgrace to blessing. You are a disgrace to blessing. I want to be remembered for changing people's lives. And if you come on Instagram, sometimes I shed tears because I don't open some messages. But when I open, I'm like, oh my God, when did this happen? I'm not hearing that I'm that guy where you give belly that time or abandon me. Although if you don't do those ones as growing boys, all of us none. Yeah, but it's not.
Boys will be boys now. Boys will be boys now.
So we don't want to be remembered only for how we know and now in Abuja and they sleep with all the girls in Abuja. Shame on you. Shame on you. You're still sleeping with girls in Abuja. You're not showing them their destiny. You're not changing their lives. You're not telling them, come. Stop stripping. You're a stripper. You can act. Change her life. Make her a responsible person forever. She will remember you that, this man saved my life. This is what people should be remembered for.
Yes,
not remembered for opening their clothes and getting inside. You are an opportunity. So sharing back to Kili, I want to sharing by Yabatek. Coming to my life. I got so much love to show you. Ali Shere Tony Yabatek. I want Pablo families, Pablo 1 million, Pablo 1,000. I want Femi Odulaja, Odemolo Odo, I want Aminu, I want Hakim, I want Ode. Gbogbo eré tá a ti ṣe secondary school tá a ṣe ní high institution, Kitwani AG, then I'm now becoming a useless man trying to play like carry 5 years. You can't see me doing all G's.
Yes, sir.
I've done that. I've been there, man.
Yes.
Right now, I'm a big man and I need to save lives.
Yes.
I need to touch lives. I need to change lives.
Impact life.
So many guys can come to me for negativity, whatever it might be. Everything. So calm down. What can we do for you? That's what I want to remember. That's what I want.
That is the cocoa. That is the cocoa.
That is the cocoa.
Yeah. So Sylvester Vanessa, I dey hail you. Mego McIntosh, my dearest sister, I dey hail you. Prince Alegbele Yeshegun, I dey hail you. Also beside you there, my brother, beside you there, Prince Abiola. Hey, Elewele, I dey hail you.
Yes, sir.
Prince Abiola of Germany, I dey hail all of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you so much.
Yes.
We've been learning broken English, and I thank you, the wonderful superstar guest tonight on your show. Emeka Ite, the veteran, legendary, iconic actor. He proved his mettle tonight. He expressed himself. I mean, he touched all angles. So, and we thank all your fans, WAZOBIA fans, London, America, Nigeria,
thank you,
Ghana,
thank you,
Africa, the continent. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Make I quickly mention something. One person, Bolaji Afase, he don't mention the name of the politician where you they talk, but I don't go.
People know him now. You know, and but this is the sweeter. But it is sweeter because he no enjoy for school.
No mention him.
No mention him. You know, enjoy for school. They look at like Egbe. You know what they call Egbe? Egbe na person because Omojo Rolari. Omojo Rolari. Omojo Rolari. Oh, one young way. Calm down.
After that, they talk. Make I have them. Make I have them.
Àwọn máa ń bú lójú ni mo ń sọ fún pé idiot ni bọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀ idiot ni mo ń sọ fún pé idiot lójú ẹ̀ I dey tell her say you be idiot o understand me kò ní sense orí èèyàn bí àwa tó yẹ kó fi rice o lọ ń fẹ́ fi kó fi wá sábẹ́ orí ẹ̀yìn dànù yàrá ìyá ẹ bó ló wà lẹ́nu where are you today o kàn owó yẹn ò ní pẹ́ tán.
So, Mr. D, they don't yab you. They say you be Egbe, you be idiot.
Total Egbe. Around on jump up, on show nǹkan tó ọmọ second nǹkan tá a ṣe ní Yaba Tech ló ṣe ń sìn. Ó ń ṣe party, ó ń ṣe bí ọmọ, ó ṣe bí báyìí. Kí ló ń ṣe? Àwa kan gbàtà stand sùn sí Oriental Hotel, ìyàwó wa àti family wa la máa ń gbé lọ bẹ̀ fún 2 months. A máa ń gbé family àgbé aṣẹ́wó lọ bẹ̀.
Okay, oh my brother, make we turn am down small. This will be the last question, and it's really been fantastic. It's been fun. Wetin be your hobbies when you throw all the scripts away and you just switch your mind off all the business and the politics and all the acting and whatever? How would they like to chill out? How do you like to chill out and relax? How do you like to spend your golden moment? Well,
family. Wallahi, I love family like crazy. Because the other life I live doesn't contain my family. I miss my first son, my second son, my third son, and my daughter when I'm there making movies or looking for things to feed them. I miss my wife, I miss my family. So when I'm not doing those things, I shut down. Like my daughter now, Luchi, she's having the best of a father. You know, I carry her, I want to give love to my family like my father showed me love. Like my mother showed me love. So family is everything for me. Is it club? I'm tired of going to club now. Where haven't we parried? I parried in LA. Where haven't I parried? Where haven't I gone to? So all those ones, it's not like, hey, I like to go and chill in this cabana. I want to go and chill. Family, when I'm not doing anything, I stay home, lock the door, play with my children, know their psyche, know how they are thinking, add to their, correct them, put a bit of myself in them, like my father did put his personality into me, and that's integrity. Now, let me tell you one thing about my father. My father is that elder that resigned from a church he gave property by himself. He resigned from being their treasurer after so many years. Now, my papa go count money after church. Now he go carry him, go for pastor house. Now he go carry him, go put for bank. We're hungry. My papa no come up 1 naira inside. He doesn't have somebody there in the village. He doesn't take a dime from it. My father resigned after a very long time. 2 years later, the whole church came to beg my father in the house that he should please come back. You know, if you know what's happening, the offering now, hey, sir, please, we want you back. That is integrity. There was nobody that could match his ability to be accountable. And that is a way I want to bring my children up to take a bit of me like I took from my father.
Thank you very much. The last but not the least question, mentoring. They always talk about mentoring here. We get a lot of kids here in diaspora and also back home where we say that they aspire to become like people like you. I know, say, previously in this program, you don't give them advice, but are you open to mentoring? Because some kids or some parents can contact us and say, my kid loves acting. How can you contact Emeka whether he can help me mentor my kid? Will you consider mentoring if any of our viewers here say they want mentoring specifically from you or through their parents? Are you open to it?
That's actually what I'm doing right now. Like, I'll give Prince Abiola when I settle, because I'm registered. I have my company in Nigeria. It's an international company. When I register with the German government, I'll be able to now do cross-border filmmaking and all that. So they can easily come under our platform, register, then we can now give them that mentoring. I will take them to their definite destinations. So that is on board.
Thank you very much. My brother, it has been a wonderful pleasure. You make me laugh today, Robbie Small. The interview, it sweet me so it be like say make we don't stop. But every good thing must come to an end, as the saying goes. It's a privilege.
No verse. I still want to abuse that idiot. Shame on you. All you do is be chasing your PA's wives. Come and meet me in London. Mention your amount. Alori Buruku. Oh, le fun boyfriend $1,000. Come and meet. Mention. What do you want to do? On the fat, on the short, on the fat. Oh, the 2 seconds. What best is not? Allah Korea. No. I'm a big girlfriend one lane. I demand some public. If you see how your wife sweet.
Okay, my brother, thank you very much. Thank you very much. When you just help us enjoy the then you can sign up, my brother. We'll talk behind the scenes.
Baba, see you. God bless.
You can go now.
All right then. Thank you so much.
You can cut now. So my people, you don't see Amo. Today our guest was spitting fire. So we don't come to the end of the program today. Make I just hail some people before I go. Kike James, I hail you. Tokumbo Seni, Harry Best. I hail all of you now. Thank you very much. God bless you. We made this special program because we encountered some serious technical problems yesterday. So we couldn't, Arize Michael Amalu, Arize, you just they come now. Are you be late come out? We are just finishing now, and we apologize once again about the problem we had yesterday, and we couldn't get him, but we thank God that we got him today, and we had a fantastic interview. But at the end, the thing they one kind. So on behalf of the engine room, once again, first of all, on behalf of our personal guest and our special guest today, by the name of Emeka Ike, and our engine room, starting with McQueen Mojibishi, DJ Alexo, DJ Adex, the ultimate, and yours truly, my humble self, DJ Jossy Babani International. We want to say thank you very much, and we will continue WAZOBIA Talk Show as usual next Saturday at the usual time of 10 o'clock in the morning till 12 noon. God bless you. Have a nice one and have a pleasant week. Bye-bye.